Hello and welcome. We're really excited to have you here today for OCI Multicloud Office Hours. This is a monthly event for EMEA and Asia Pacific. For those of you who may be new to our events, we're hosted on Cloud Customer Connect, our Oracle community forum for end users. I'll share the resource in the chat that leads you to the forum throughout the office hours today. And we invite you to create a free account and join in discussions. I'm Wei Han, OCI Multicloud Product Marketing Manager. Today, we're joined by Thomas van Buggenhout, a Principal Solution Architect for Multicloud. And on the panel today, we have OCI Multicloud experts, Ejaz, Julian, Ricardo, Emil, Rahul with us today. This office hour format will be a short presentation followed by Q&A for a total of 30 minutes. In this session, Thomas will first demo the Oracle Database at Azure, onboarding and provisioning process. Before I hand things over to our presenter, I'd like to run a quick poll about the state of multi-cloud. There you go. As a reminder, OCI Multicloud Office Hours are a monthly virtual events. The Americas session is the second Monday of every month. The EMEA and Asia Pacific sessions is the third Thursday of every month. The event registration is posted on Oracle Cloud Customer Connect and on LinkedIn. Okay, that's enough for me. Go ahead, take it away, Thomas.
Thank you, Wei. Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Thomas van Buggenhout. I'm a Principal Solution Architect for OCI Oracle Database at Azure Product Management Team. Today, we'll be showing a small demo. Just a little overview on what we will be showing is we will quickly go over the one-time events which need to be done to use this new service, and which is the purchasing and onboarding events, which happen through the Azure Marketplace and the Azure portal, as well as the provisioning, where most of the parts are happening through the Azure portal, like the infrequent events, creating the Exadata database infrastructure, and the Exadata VM cluster, and as well showing on where and how to create and manage your databases from the OCI portal. In the demo, we'll also show a small demo on this local VNet topology and how to connect. We'll show you how you can find the TNS connectivity, easy connect connectivity parameters in the OCI portal, and how to connect. In this local VNet topology, it's important that we create a delegated subnet for the Exadata VM cluster to connect to. It ensures you the lowest latency, and also because this is local VNet topology, there is no VNet peering, and it does not incur Azure VNet ingress and egress costs. So let's go to our demo. This is the Azure environment, as you can see. The way to start here is actually we go to the marketplace inside Azure. So when we go to the marketplace, you can look for Oracle Database at Azure, and you will see that the new solution, the new service, will be available from that marketplace. So when we go to that solution, there's an overview on what the solution is, but also once you have worked out the offer with Oracle Sales, you can view the private offers and accept these. For accepting the private offer, you need an enterprise agreement administrator account on the Azure side. Fortunately, I don't have that one, so I cannot show that, but this is where you want to get this offer. We can then go to the solution itself, where we see an overview. We can see the Oracle commercial subscription here inside your Azure Azure subscription. When we look at the commercial subscription after purchasing and accepting the offer, we can take an overview on what the subscription is and which cloud account or which OCI cloud tenancy you're connected to. In this case, this will be ORP Sandbox 6. Once this subscription has been purchased and all commercial has been agreed, then we can start provisioning the Exadata infrastructure. Exadata resource model has two parts. It's the infrastructure and the VM cluster. We already created a demo infrastructure here, but let's take you through the journey here. Of course, we have to select a resource group where we are selecting the demo infrastructure resource group, and we have to give the infrastructure a name. The Exadata infrastructure, we call this, will be the demo Exa 3. And we also need to choose the availability zone, and it also shows again which cloud account is connected to this subscription. For the configuration, at this moment, we only support the Exadata X9M. You can choose the number of database servers or storage servers. The minimum is 2 storage servers and 3 storage servers and 2 database servers. But of course, as you can see, you can change the number, and the number of cores and the storage will be adjusted likewise. For the maintenance, you can choose whether you want to use a rolling or a non-rolling maintenance or patching method, and also the schedule. You can choose to have no preference, and whenever we need to schedule the patching, or you can specify a specific schedule. For each quarter, you can specify the month, the week of the month, the day of the week, and even the hour of the day you want this scheduled. This is when Oracle will deploy the patches on your infrastructure. After that, we have the general Azure consent for the service, and you can add the tags for a later use. We can review and create to see if everything that we need to have entered is entered correctly. Of course, we cannot create this as we already created one in this environment. But let's have a quick overview on the one that we created yet. You can see the number of database servers, storage servers, and all of the information related to that infrastructure. Now we're going to create an Exadata VM cluster, which is the second part of the resource model for Exadata. We pre-created already 2 VM clusters, demo VMC1 and demo VMC2. But let's start creating another one. Before we create the VM cluster, of course, as mentioned shortly in the presentation, we also need to create a delegated subnet. So for this, we have demo VNet 3, where we already created a subnet which we call delegated VMC3, but as you can see, it's not delegated yet. So we need to delegate this VMC3 subnet. For that, we go to the options here, and for the subnet delegation, we choose the Oracle Database Network attachments. So once we have selected these Oracle Database Network attachments, we delegate this. And once the delegation has been done, we can start provision our VMC3 in this demo VNet 3 VNet. To create, we have, of course, our subscription, and we use a specific resource group. In this case, we have created a specific resource group where that demo VNet 3 has been located. We give it a name, demo VMC3. We can choose the license type, the Exadata infrastructure, of course, and we can choose to use our own SSH key or to generate a new one. In this case, we will generate a new one and we'll call that demo key 3. Then the configuration, the VM cluster, here you can choose the number of OCPU, memory, or storage attached to the cluster. The minimum OCPU for a VM host is 2, so for a cluster the minimum is 4, but you can adjust accordingly here, as well as the memory and the storage. In the demo, for the demo purposes, we will choose the minimum, which is 4 OCPU for the cluster. Then we go to the networking, where we choose the demo VNet 3 and the delegated subnet VMC3. Since we have only this VNet in the resource group and only one delegated subnet in this VNet, these are automatically entered, but if we have multiple, you can choose. We can enter the host name prefix here for the VM cluster hosts, and then you can choose whether you want to use a private DNS service or you want to use the default DNS, which is created for the service. In this case, we'll just use the default one. Diagnostics collections is enabled. This is important for our cloud operations to identify any issues or problems with the VM cluster. So we suggest to leave this enabled. And then we have, again, the general consent you have to give in Azure, as well as the tagging. In this case, we'll add a tag for the demo. And then we review every parameter that we just entered. And then if everything is correct, we click our create, and this will create the VM cluster. And in the meantime, you can also download the SSH key, which is created for this cluster. So this is creating. This will take about the cluster itself will take a few hours to create, but we, as mentioned, we already pre-created some clusters where we can deploy our databases. So let's check our database at Azure VM clusters, and let's check the information that we have, or the overview we have here, number of VM CPU, number of VMs, and so on is all here. But we also have a deep link here, a deep link which will take you to OCI. So this is the OCI database URL. This will take you to OCI because there we want to do the daily operations for the databases itself. So we will manage databases from the OCI portal. You will use your Azure credentials, as you can federate your Azure credentials to OCI, and we are creating specific groups to manage control of who can manage the databases. So creating the databases and managing the databases is done from OCI. Here we're creating, this is a small overview on what we are going to do. We can enter the sys account, then also manage the backup, the automatic backup schedule, as well as managing the encryption and adding the tags. We already pre-created a database here, which is called DemoDB1. So when we go in the overview of the DemoDB1, you can look at this is a container database, and it will show you all the information of the container database, but it also shows the backup information as well as the pluggable databases. It also shows the metrics of the database. Here you can find the connection string. So let's use the easy connection string we have created here. It's easy to use. And we pre-created a VM on Azure, which mimics the application VM. And let's connect to that VM cluster or VM that can show how easy it is to connect to the Oracle database we just created. So we copy the easy connect string, and then we start our SSH session towards the Azure VM, the application VM we created inside the Azure VNet. Now we can just connect using that easy connect. We'll use SQL Plus in this case. And here we copy it again. And here we go. And we enter the password. And we should be able to connect to that database. Okay, password was wrong, but we had already, you can see that we already got an answer from the database. Just try again. So just try again and with the correct password. And as you can see, we are connected to the database demo DB1. So quick check and select the name from the Fielder database, and that's demo DB1. So that concludes our demo. So it was a quick demo, just an overview on how to onboard and a quick overview on how to deploy a VM cluster. Hopefully it was interesting, and yes, please let us know if or please ask your question in the Q&A, and we'll respond where we can.
Thank you, Thomas. I'll launch another poll. Let's take a minute to answer that. And do we have a lot of questions coming? Who is? We have a first question. Rahul, this is for you. And hello, is it mandatory to patch every quarter? What about the availability when no level layers will be patched, like DOM 0?
Patching every quarter is not mandatory, but it's a best practice that you patch these systems the sooner it's available. There's a best practice associated with it, a document which is available. I've just posted it on our chat window as well.
Okay, thank you. Next question. Do we only have OCPU option in this service and not the eCPU as well? Anyone on the panel who wants to take this one? Yeah, go ahead, Thomas.
Yes, I will then. So as we are deploying Oracle Database Azure, the first database service we're deploying is the Exadata database service, but also other database services within OCI will use the term OCPU. So the OCPU is a core level unit, right? So the OCPU is one core, and this is how we Exadata can scale. It can scale up using OCPU rather than eCPU. So we don't use eCPU for the Exadata.
Thank you, Thomas. Next question. Does the roadmap include possibility to create a DB from Azure Management Console? Julian?
Yes, hello. I can answer that question. So at the moment, it's not on the roadmap. You can manage everything using OCI console, or you can rely on the automation tool. So you can use all your terraform scripts or API call to manage your database directly without the need to log in into the OCI console.
Thank you, Julian. Next question, what about availability when low-level layer will be patched, like the DOM 0? Anyone wants to take this one? Rahul?
Yep, the detail to this question is just mentioned in the link that we have posted on the chat. The answer to this also lies deep down in the availability architectures, or abbreviated MAA tiers of availability that is supported with the Exadata environment.
Thank you, Rahul. And next question, Julian, for you. Frankfurt, I heard Cloud GA end of February to March. Is autonomous available in this after that date then?
Thank you, Wei. Yes, this question covers two topics, two questions. So first, the next available regions are UK South, West Germany Central, France Central, Canada Central, and Australia East, if I'm not mistaken, but you can find all the list in our public FAQ on the product page that we share. So that's the next regions. Then in terms of product and database solution, Oracle Database at Azure today is focusing on Exadata dedicated. Then we will expand the service to autonomous database in the same region. So for the moment, we roll out Exadata dedicated in the list of regions that you can find in the FAQ and we comment in the Q&A and that I just mentioned. And then we will expand to all the other database portfolio services coming next, or autonomous database.
Thanks, Julian. Thomas, this question is for you. Is DBCS availability in the roadmap?
So yeah, that's a bit of a follow-up on the previous question. So at this moment, we are focusing on Exadata. Autonomous is based on Exadata, so that as Julie mentioned, that will be on the roadmap, and that will come with. However, for the database cloud service, so, which is not reliant on Exadata, we do not have a roadmap item yet at this moment.
Thank you. And for our panelists, any experience you want to share with the current customers that's onboarding?
So we do have a number of customers already onboarding. So at this moment we are live. We are GA in Ashburn or US East, the US East Azure region. The onboarding we are doing is across different industries. So there's different customers across different industries who are onboarding, and this is going well. Most of these customers have the need for very low latency inside the Azure inside the Azure region to connect their application, to move their on-prem application and modernize their on-prem application in Azure, where they need the capabilities of the Exadata. And yeah, this is going well at this moment. It's a good experience for the moment.
And to add to Thomas' answer, so US East is live and is live with 2 availability zones. So as Thomas showed in the demo, for each region, we are deploying the solution, Exadata dedicated, in 2 availability zones.
Oh, thank you. So we're launching this in 2 availability zones in the US East. So
Yes, it's live.
great. Ejaz, this question is for you. Does customer have to create himself its OCI tenant account before creating any Oracle database at Azure infrastructure?
Yeah, thanks, Ray. I think that's a great question. So we can do either, right? So if customer have got an existing OCI account, we can use that as well. Or if they don't have, then as a part of onboarding process, the journey Thomas showed earlier in the presentation, we can create one the minute you have accepted the offer from Oracle as well as from the marketplace. That gives you that during those configuration, you have got option to choose existing or create a new tenancy. So yeah, either way, you don't have to create yourself beforehand just for at Azure. It's pretty flexible from that perspective.
Thank you, Ejaz.
I also want to just add to Thomas and Julian's comments about where we are and what we're doing. And I think this is an exciting time for all the Oracle customers purely who are running their applications on Exa, and they are looking to move into cloud. And primarily in this case, Azure is kind of their cloud, go-to cloud. So I think that it's very interesting, the service we have created to give you all Azure native capabilities to combine your other migration processes and other projects, I should say, with the things like AKS or ABS, even like Azure VMware service or Azure Kubernetes service. So come talk to us. We've got exciting kind of use cases. If whatever you're trying to do, reach out to your account managers and we can really help you to make that happen. Particularly if you have got many chatty applications, which are sitting on premise, and they could have those blockers for migration into cloud.
Thank you, Ejaz. And Julian, next question is for you. Is it possible to move the credit from OCI to Oracle Database at Azure?
So to discuss that, my advice to discuss with your key account manager in Oracle. So as Thomas shown, to do the onboarding, you will need a private offer. This is so to create a private offer, you need to agree on the term with your Oracle sales manager. So to discuss credits, Oracle credits or Azure credits, I encourage you to discuss with your key account manager.
Yeah, and
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to add to it. So I think currently one of the key benefit for Oracle Database at Azure is that customers can pay through their existing Azure MAC commitments, and that's normally the case where, again, giving you both technical and commercial benefits. So if you've got your existing credit commitments, which is MAC, Microsoft Azure Credit Consumption Commitments, that you can utilize to buy these. But as Julian said, please feel free to reach out to the account manager to discuss any of those commercials. But it's the good news is that you have got option to burn your existing commitments within Azure.
As far as the license, you can bring your own Oracle database license, and also you can use Oracle ULA ULA to apply that, and also you still eligible for Oracle support rewards. So there's multiple ways to get the discount. Yeah. As far as customers, we saw that onboarding today, and they typically have the Exadata on-prem that they're running mission critical applications. And also we saw the customers that have the Oracle database appliance on-prem, and they are migrating to the database at Azure. Well, it's at the end of our office hour. We greatly appreciate your time, and a special thank you to Thomas, Julian, Ejaz, Ricardo, Rahul, and Emil. And for this office hour, we have a final poll for you. And if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to join us on the Multicloud forum, which I shared earlier, and continue to the discussion there. We hope to see you next time. Thank you.